Hey guys, Metagross Freak here with probably the only of the 6 protectors you were hoping to see. It's time for Protector of Fire. Interesting note between the protectors of the 3 that I have, the Protector of Fire is the only one, as you'll see on the bottoms, that has a warning for choking on the front because of the launcher. And on the back it has this big warning in French and Spanish. Meanwhile, on the back, nothing for stone. I mean, it has the normal stuff for stone, all this goobly goop, but no big box there, and no big box there. So I'm not sure if I got like a first print of Protector of Fire, or maybe Protector of Fire, since it's the most bought set, I guess, has these advertisements. I don't know, I just think it's kind of a weird note. Skull Spider. I've done one of these for every video, so if you don't know how a Skull Spider works, well, figure it out. It's got mask parts. Figure it out. Unlike the other 2 protectors I've shown, this one's got kind of a weird build. He's got a low neck and high shoulders and very broad shoulders, making him basically in skeleton version look a little bit more like Anua. He also, for some reason, has these long, lanky legs and these, well, really short arms. In fact, he has no side-to-side real motion with his wrist, being maybe at most to go like 10 degrees. It's mostly all just front and back because it has what I would call like your basic thigh piece. That being said, he's kind of an interesting figure to look at. Kind of reminds me of like a hunchback gargoyle kind of thing. One thing that is nice is these trans orange red. I'm just gonna call them trans orange. The trans orange hands, which is kind of cool because I don't think any of the other protectors have a trans color hand. Without further ado, let's armor him up. First off, I'm going to start at the bottom. Started at the bottom, now we here with trans orange plates on the legs. Let me try to angle these legs a little bit better. There we go. He's actually, his legs make him a lot taller than he is, I guess, to make up for his shoulder hunching. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. The only non-trans piece that goes on him is his shoulder, it's not the shoulder, sorry, this torso armor, which is a slightly larger plate, which has a silver reinforcer piece going over it. I don't really know why that isn't trans too, but because it's the only piece that isn't trans that is a color. On the arms we have, surprise surprise, more trans orange, giving him kind of like these lava arms. It looks kind of cool, to be honest. And then on these 2 empty ball joints, rather than just leave them exposed, the set takes these 2 silver plates, pops them over, which, depending on the picture you look at, looks 2 different ways. The box looks like the plate's going like that. However, all the promotional artwork looks like it's supposed to lean over, kind of like that. It's not elegant, but it does give him a kind of a good look to him. Last but not least, we pop on his mask, which, by the way, is, interestingly enough, orange. It's not trans orange, it's the red color from Tahu and trans yellow. So I think maybe they messed up on the color scheme a little bit. But then again, looking at the weapons, that doesn't seem to be the case, because his weapons, he has these 2 fire blades, are trans red and trans yellow that mix into trans orange right about in the middle. And these attach, surprisingly enough, on the back of his hands. It's kind of weird to look at. There we go. He's got these kind of these blazing fist kind of things. That's basically how he's supposed to look. And then to pose him, you're supposed to flip the basically supposed to flip the blades forward like that, or have them kind of be like that. And last but not least, you have his normal Gatling gun style launcher, which another shoulder cannon attaches right here. And it's on a ball and socket joint, so you can pose it. In the animations, he has it fold up, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, in the animations, he's got it folded up like that, and he's got this big cloak on him, and then he throws off the cloak, and just goes, you know. That's kind of interesting. Again, this system of attaching it isn't super elegant, but hey, he's the protector we see the most of, because in the animations, he's the one who is the only one who gets to talk. So that's kind of cool. What Protector of Fire lacks in eloquence, he makes up for his unique design. Having the chest plates in the front here makes him certainly probably the best well-armored in the front of the Protectors, and he, unlike the majority of the other four Protectors who have it as a staff or a handheld weapon, he kind of shares a similarity with Protector of Earth, having a shoulder-mounted one, just like how Protector of Earth just has it sticking out of his chest. His weapons are kind of lackluster. I mean, he basically just has these like swinging lever type things with fire coming out. So I'm trying to figure out if they're supposed to be swords. They call them swords, but they look to me more like these little flamethrower weapons, like welding torches. And the fact that his arms are not very posable, meanwhile his legs have basically over half of his height in them, is kind of a weird ratio. I mean, look how long those legs are by comparison to the arms. So certainly an interesting set, and actually kind of worth your money. It's kind of cool, and I think probably out of all the Protectors, he's might be the best one that's just a standalone, especially due to his prominence in the animations. Last but not least, another one of the characters who's prominently shown in the first animation or two is the baby fire villager. This adorable little fire villager who like doesn't even go up to Tahu's shin, which, I mean, you could build using these pieces. You don't have all the parts necessary, but you could do it. I'd recommend probably just removing the fire blades, removing your Gatling gun type weapon. I probably would just shorten these legs down by removing your little hand, your little ball hand. Basically just making the limbs the same length. And I would remove the, actually I'd probably either remove the silver or just move the arms down completely, which is what I'm going to do actually. Move these down. Move that down. Remove the, popped his mask off. Remove the silver plate piece because it's not necessary. And then this whole back assemblage can pop right off because it's on pins. And there you go. Probably not color accurate or show accurate. I think he does have gray hands and maybe a little bit of silver on him. But there you go. Baby Fire Villager you can make easily with Protector of Fire if you don't like Protector of Fire for some reason. Until next time, I'm Gross Freak, and great spirit!